hear the sound. Members, it's a privilege to introduce the speaker today, CA Manasa Jagadeesh. She's a chartered accountant since 2016. Regarding qualifications involved a bachelor's in commerce. She is also she's secured third rank in the BCom since 2013. Her experience would be practicing as chartered accountant since 2016, facilitator for orientation programs for CA students and at ICA Bangalore for over 50 batches. She has taught around 2,000 students. That is really remarkable. She has training for professional development, conversational skills, office procedures, interview preparation and related workshops. She is also a guest speaker on the presentation and communication skills for CA members at Bangalore branch. She is a facilitator on the accounting workshop for students of MBA of IAM IBS Bangalore School, guest speaker on elevating leadership, key skills for success in corporate world at the Department of Psychology, West College, Bangalore. With this brief introduction, I present before you CA Manasa Jagadeesh. Over to you, ma'am.
Very good evening to all the members present here and to all the dignitaries who are here. Thank you very much for that introduction, sir. 20, 30 years before, okay? Let's go back to our great-grandfathers, right? You tell me, they were also blessed with the same amount of time as we were? Yes? Did you see, what and all they used to do? Tell me a couple of daily chores that they used to do.
Wake up early.
Sorry?
Wake up early.
Wake up early, okay. Then
do regular exercise.
Exercise, okay.
Eat good food.
Eat good food, okay.
Work in a balanced way.
Work in a balanced way, okay. I'll take that next.
Doing work without machines.
Doing work without machines, precisely, sir.
Relying on the brain.
Relying on their brain, relying on the hard work, relying on their own hands and feet to do every possible work. Correct, no? Did they have washing machines then? No. Did they have refrigerators? No. Everything had to be cooked from scratch. Every household work had to be done by the people at the house itself. Correct? Today, let's come back to today. Do we have machines for everything?
Yes.
How many of us go out for grocery shopping? Because one click of a tap, blink it. Before you blink, it's already there delivered at your house. Correct? But have you ever observed when you had interacted with your grandfathers or great grandfathers, those generations, did they ever complain of time, not having time? But today, you have a mini computer itself in your pocket. Yes? But why do we complain that we don't have time when you have everything at the ease of your hands, at the tip of a button?
Business is very complex.
The business is very complex. Give me a reason, sir. See, when you interact, we get to experience, we know each other's background, what is happening. It will help us with the discussion. Please tell me, yeah? Businesses are more complex. Okay, then?
Not understanding the priorities of life.
Not understanding the priorities of life. Very good. Then?
Not focusing.
Not focusing on
Urgent thing to be.
urgent things, like sir said, prioritizing. Okay?
Rat race.
More options.
Rat race, very good. They're all running in a rat race. Then?
Options.
Very good. We have more options, more flexibility. Yes, sir. Not
Aligning with nature.
not aligning with nature. Okay? We are all in a race and we all want to outdo ourselves. At the same time, we are not looking at the environment that is there with us. Yes? It's all in a race. Correct? This is where your philosophical significance also comes into picture. Okay? If it was a very sad incident that took place in Kashmir, correct? let's take the same instant, probably every person who was there, if they were given an option that you give all the money that you have with you and I will let you be, would they have done that, or would they have just stood still in whatever situation that they were? Correct? Because life was more important. Correct? So if you take life into perspective, money, anything else comes secondary. Yes or no? Do you agree with me or not? Correct? So even in case of time management or anything that you take into consideration, what is the significance? What are we doing all this for? What is important to us? Yes, there should be some significance. Otherwise, we are all running in a rat race without knowing what is happening, and we're just going ahead. That's it. And we're bound to crash. If not today, tomorrow certainly. Yes. So, given all the background that I've told you, in the 1950s and 60s, okay, time management meant efficiency. That's it. What? To automate in the same amount of time, more production. As simple as that. That was the industrial revolution time, correct? So that time what it meant? More production, more sale, that's it. So time management equal efficiency. Then again 20 years later, in the 70s and 80s, okay, then it evolved. Initially it was only one dimensional. That is, focus was on efficiency. Then what happened? After that, slowly people started realizing that only efficiency doesn't matter. There is something more to this. That is when the great Mr. Covey came up with the time management matrix, which I'm sure all of you are already aware of. Correct? What does time management matrix say?
Urgent, important.
Urgent and important. So it will categorize every activity on basis of two distinct factors, which is urgency and importance. Okay? So any task list, if you are able to take, you are going to categorize whether it is urgent, important, not urgent, not important, urgent but not important, important but not urgent. On these four quadrants, you will make it sit. And this is two-dimensional. Even till today, it stands well. Even till today, this theory holds good. Now, these are all the past theories which have come into place. Okay? And whatever from the past, whatever our ancestors have told, they still hold good. But there is also a practical application to this. And that is when the third dimensional factor comes into the picture. Any of you can guess what is that third factor? Competition? Computer? No. Success. So these earlier two definitions also involve success. So think beyond a little.
Time value.
Sorry, sir?
Time value of money.
Time value of money? No.
Repeat the question.
Okay, I shall repeat the question. Initially, when time management started off, to all my dear members who just joined, it was unidimensional. Okay, efficiency was a matter of concern. Okay, so if you're able to produce anything, manufacture anything in a short span of time, you achieve your efficiency. Okay, this was single dimensional. Post this, in the 70s and 80s, a new theory was introduced, which came by Mr. Dr. Covey. So what did he say? Time management matrix, in which two additional factors, which were basically urgency and importance of the task, is what would determine how would you allocate the task and when would you do it, how would you prioritize. Cut to today, there is another third factor which is used by many successful millionaires and other successful people. A third factor is used to make the decision apart from these two. I am asking you, what might be the third factor?
Quality brand.
Quality, brand, nearly there, not there.
Relevance.
Necessity,
Relevance.
Six Sigma, relevance, relevance.
This direction of
To put all these words into context, the third most important factor that you need to check is significance. Urgency tells you by when should you do it, right? Importance tells how long it will be important, whether the task is important. But significance gives you an idea of for how long that task will matter to you. Yes? What significance does it have to your personal goals or professional goals for that matter? Okay? So this third alignment of significance, when you use it for prioritizing whatever task that you are telling, okay, when you add this factor to that, then you are in the rat race, you are much ahead than the remaining rats running, to put it in sense. Okay? Now how do we identify the significance? Right? Now, shall I give you examples? Maybe you'll be able to relate to them. Yes, sir.
If you don't mind, priority we do as per the significance only, right? We prioritize on the basis of significance and the impact of the task, and then we do the priority list, right?
Correct, sir. See, that's all. In case of prioritizing, what we do is, if we have a task list of, let's say, daily task of maybe 10 items in your list, what will you do? You will see which is urgent, which is important, and you will start putting in numerological order. First, which one will you accomplish? Second, third, fourth, fifth, up to whatever 10. Correct? Here, what you are doing is, basically, if any item is row number 7, what you are going to do is, because of its importance or in case of prioritizing, you push it up to 1. Getting what I'm saying? You're just moving it up the ladder, but still you have to accomplish this 10 tasks. But when you're evaluating the significance, whether those 10 tasks in itself have to be done by you or can it be done by anyone else? Yes. So that significance will help you to understand whether those 10 tasks you need to do it by yourself or can we find some other way. Okay? By doing that, what happens is, by prioritizing, see the 10 tasks are already there. Come what may, you should do it. You might just alter here and there the order in it, whatever that you're doing. But you're not going to save time there. Getting what it helps you to decide how to start, where to start. But when you start understanding the significance of the task, what significance it has on you, on your personal goal, on your professional goal, then you will see whether should I do everything of this or can I? Yes? By prioritizing, you are not saving time technically. It is helping you to understand. Usually, the moment we enter office, what is the first question mark in our head? How many of you are from practice? Good Lord. Okay. You tell me. The moment you enter office, you're going around sitting in your chair. First thing is whatever that you do, and then what is the next question that comes to your head? What should I do today? What is on top of my task list today? What and all should I cover today? Which client is waiting outside? Do I have a meeting scheduled? Yes? Do I have another meeting who someone is yet to come? Should I visit the client place? Yes or no? Correct? These are already tasks which are already there which you need to do. In that you will start prioritizing. So the time management matrix will give you an idea as to which to do first and which order to go by it. Yes? Are we clear? Whereas I will next explain to you how the focus funnel works. Okay? After explaining that, we will get a fair idea of the word significance that I am uttering. Okay? Now this is coming to the three-dimensional factor. Okay? By utilizing this three-dimensional factor, all the three factors, what happens is you will be able to make more time. See, the limited time is all that we have. But if you want to save up some time in the future, yes, then you need to make a decision today. I'll give you a small example. All of us have to pay electricity bill, phone bill, staff salary, all this is already there in our office. Correct? How many of you have automated it? Very good. Yes? Now, I'll give you an example in my own office. Okay? If every month I have to pay out all these expenditures. Okay? Every month I need to spend at least 30 minutes on my laptop to transfer all these things. Correct? Every month this is mandatory. Now, another person, a software engineer, okay, he develops an application and whatever that he does in his scope of work. So what he came and he offered is, ma'am, you tell me what are the different expenditures that you have to take. Give me the details of all those, okay. and also tell me all these details, whatever that you need. Okay? What I will do is, I will generate, or probably I will help you in a way that there will be an interface. All you need to do is just approve, and the payments will automatically be debited from your account, and it will reach the whomever it has to reach, the receiver. Okay? But he said, but what you need to do is you need to explain what are the different expenditures. Okay? And you have to sit with me to give these details for about an hour or two. So you need to sit with me to do this. And I cannot obviously link your bank account because it's not safe, it's a safety concern. So what it is, all you need to do is check and click a button. That's all that you need to do. But you need to sit with me for 1 or 2 hours. You tell me, okay, if I spend 2 hours with him, okay, this month, right, I am relieved of 30 minutes every month. So, to put it in RCA language, in 4 months I break even. Yes or no? In 4 months I break even. Because 30 minutes, 2 hours, I have to just give him 2 hours today. But every month, 30 minutes saved. Right? And from the 5th month onwards, ROI. Here, return on time invested. Getting what I am saying? Yes? So, what task? If that person had come to me and asked me this at the peak of a tax filing season, what will I do? I will decline, because at that time, what is my important factor? Exactly. But it is still important. It is still significant because it is going to multiply my time in the near future. What I will do is I will still keep it, yes, but I will do it at a later stage. Exactly. Yes? So what I will do now is I will give you a list of 10 tasks. Okay? Just a list of 10 tasks you will be able to see on the screen. What I want you to do is, okay, 1, use your time management matrix, okay, and allocate it to quadrants. Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Okay, and then we will follow up with another activity. Am I clear? Yes? I will just write down the 4 quadrants here for your reference. Or I'm sure all of you know the 4 quadrants. You want me to write it here, or you can just Google it and you can find it on your phones? Yes? Then you can use it for phones. Quadrant 1, 2, 3 and 4, and I will show you a task list here. Please take out your books and is it visible? Yes, the task list is visible. Have you all had your coffee? At least did you have your lunch? I think after lunch you would have some energy left, right? Please respond. You have your task list with you. What I want you to do is, please identify, and then I want you to organize this task, prioritize it as per the time management matrix. Okay? Quadrant 1, 2, 3 and 4. In the meanwhile, we have an announcement to make. Okay? Start categorizing and then we'll continue.
Happy evening to all.
Happy evening to all the members present here. And of course the topic is very interesting, and I request all the members to be more interactive with the speaker so that we'll get best and the most benefit out of the session. So I am CA Manasa Jagadeesh, CICASA chairman for Bangalore branch. I have a small announcement to make. So we are having a CA Students National Conference on 6th and 7th June in Bangalore. It's an all India conference which is coming to Bangalore after 3 years. Here we are trying to do a landmark event by attempting for a world record. for most number of CA students singing ICA motto song in a single location. So as we are attempting for this world record, I request all the members to make sure your articles or even articles who have completed their articleship up to 1 year from the last date of articleship or any other intermediate students to participate for the event in a 100% manner, as we are trying to make it a very big event this time. We are expecting more than 2000 students to be attending for the conference. We are doing it in a place called as Babu Jagadeesh Auditorium, which has a capacity of 2000 seating capacity, and it's a very new, brand new auditorium. Maybe we'll also see to make a members conference there as well. We are looking through that. So I request all the members to kindly encourage all the students to register for the conference. Even the students who are participating will be given participation certificate for the world record as well. So as it is a landmark event for the institute as a whole, not just for ICA Bengaluru, I request everyone to support by sending all your articles to the event. Thank you. It's a 2-day session on 6th and 7th, Friday, Saturday, morning to evening, full day. We'll have knowledge sessions, we'll have motivational sessions, we'll have cultural sessions for students. So it is a very good training for students and as well motivational and refresher for the students. Please do encourage in large numbers. Thank you. Over to Mark.
I'm just reading out the list for you. Task number 1, attend ICA webinar on AI integration in audit and compliance. Okay, the quadrants is written there on the board for your reference, right? So against each of the activities, I want you to place the quadrant. Which quadrant does it fall under? Q1, Q2, Q3 or Q4? Task number 2, recover backup data after server crash before client audit. Point number 3, create templates for replying to routine GST and ITC mismatch notices. 4, scroll through tax memes during working hours. Task 5, reply to client's midnight WhatsApp. Is GST same as VAT? Task 6, coordinate with courier for sending notarized copies of tax affidavits. Task 7, review GST impact of a proposed business reorganization. Task 8, debate for the 100th time whether CAs are better than MBAs. Task 9, check GST portal availability and file pending registrations. Task 10, prepare response to a GST audit notice received with a 3-day compliance timeline. Prepare response to a GST audit notice received within a 3-day compliance timeline. Task number 11, train junior CAs on section 16 and rule 42 adjustments. Task 12, pick up final signed GSTR 9 documents from client before return deadline. Task 13, file 3D return for high stake client before midnight deadline. Spend 30 minutes deciding on the color theme of Excel dashboard. 15, client forgot to mention a 50 lakh invoice. Correct financials for ROC filing today. 16, chase client for HSN codes needed for invoice corrections. 17, develop a standard operating procedure for GST reconciliations. 18, read comment threads on LinkedIn about Big Four burnout stories. 19, schedule appointment for biometric authentication of a new registration. And the last one, appearing before GST authority for penalty hearing today at, take it tomorrow at 11 AM sharp. Okay? Now, let's take task by task. Okay? Number 1, attend ICA webinar on AI integration. Which quadrant? Quadrant number 2, important but not urgent. How many of you say quadrant 4? May I know the reason, sir?
We are not aware GST.
Okay. Recover backup data after server crash before client audit. Quadrant 1. Do all of us agree to quadrant 1?
Yes.
Create templates for replying to routine GST and ITC mismatch notices.
It depends on the due date. Important.
Depends on the, it is important but not urgent. Precisely. Scroll through tax leads. Inherently 4. Reply to client's midnight WhatsApp. Definitely 4. Coordinate with courier. Sorry? Delegate to someone. Right word. Correct. It is important but it is not urgent and hence can be delegated. Review GST impact.
Depends on the case.
Depends on the case to case, but ideally important but not urgent. Correct. Debate. 4. GST portal availability. 1.
Agenda.
Pending registrations are important.
Important, not urgent. Yes?
We have to do
In case if you have a deadline to it which has to be done, like you're doing it in the last minute, then of course it will fall. Everything will fall into urgent at that point in time.
We
Okay?
have to do it when the portal is available.
Portal is available. So here, okay, let's finish up all the tasks and then I will discuss. Okay? Then train junior CS. 2. Very good. 3B return before midnight deadline. Of course 1 because high stake client. Spend 30 minutes decoding color theme. 4. Client forgot to mention 50 lakh invoice. Correcting financials for ROC filing. 1. HSN code. 2. Develop a SOP for GST reconciliation. 2. Comment threads on LinkedIn. Appointment for biometric authentication. Depends. And then you take it to 2. Yes? Appearing before GST authority? 1. Okay. Right. Now, sorry?
There's nothing in quarter 3.
Quarter 3, can you please read out what is there? Not important but urgent. LinkedIn. Yes? Your mind tricks you to that it is important. And replying to client calls, client messages. Yes? Immediately. Because the moment you see a message pop up, your head will tell, I have to address it right now. It is urgent but not important. So all Q3 are basically all your activities which will take in time, which will call you to your attention but it is not important. Okay? Now, let's finish our second activity and then come back to the first. Okay? Now the Eisenhower matrix, the prioritization matrix, okay, is an advanced one after the time management matrix. So what it precisely tells is that in the quadrants, if you see there, urgent and important are all the activities which you must do it immediately because it is within a deadline and you do not have time. So of course it will fall into the first quadrant. Not urgent and important activities. Yes? Not urgent and important. Schedule it. Like your emails. Responding to emails. Responding to messages. Yes? Checking your queries, whatever that is like. Right? Checking your website. Anything as such, schedule it. That is once in a day. Okay? Next. Urgent and important, not important, delegate it. Not all activities have to be done by ourselves. If you have the bandwidth, if you have the right people, if you train the right people to do it, then of course you can delegate it. And the next quadrant, not urgent and not important, is directly to be eliminated. Okay? The same thing has been told and it has been marked in the focus funnel. What does the focus funnel say? If you see, I've just drawn a funnel there, okay? So you take any task for that matter. Now we just now discussed 20 tasks, okay? So if you see that funnel, you know the shape of a funnel, right? Invert triangle, correct? Any task that comes into your mind, what I am now referring to is how do we bring the third dimension of significance into this time management matrix, okay? In the funnel, the moment any task comes into picture, the first thing that you need to check, the first filter is eliminate, okay? That eliminate, how can you do is by checking whether that particular work, task or instance, how relevant is it to you, okay? Please mind you that for every task that you say yes to, there is an infinite number of no that you are telling to other tasks also. Correct? Right? If you are telling yes to something, that means you are telling no to a number of instances also. Keeping this context in mind, okay? Anything that is given to you, anything that you need to do, even your daily task, you take it, anything for that matter, even in personal life or professional life, right? Whether that is very relevant, very important that you should be doing it. Is it of any meaning to you? Is it aligning to any of your personal goals or professional goals? Check this. This is your first filter. If it is not, directly eliminate. Okay? Eliminate. Then comes down to the next filter. Next filter is yes. So, if your list of tasks is going through the funnel, already some of the tasks have vanished because you have eliminated it. Next task, what can we do?
Automate.
Before that, automate, precisely. Automate. Take the time out, okay? Because the major problem faced by all our CAs, practicing CAs is employee turnover. Employees leaving, correct? Training is another biggest problem for us. See, MNCs, Big Fours and big tire firms, they have process automated for this, so they will take care of that headache. But for small sized firms, mid-sized firms, the biggest hurdle, next hurdle is training the staff and staff retention. Yes? So, wherever in the 20 tasks that I told you, right? Take any example for that matter in those. Whichever you are able to put a system in place, and everyone have to follow that, okay? If you are able to automate it, your headache goes down. Your time for every other obstacle, every other instance coming to you, even a article calling you for any issue or your manager calling you, most of it will just get eliminated if you automate the process. Again, what process to automate in your own office, in your own organization? You have an organization chart, you have the departments with you, go through that class. See, sometimes, like I told you in my example, 2 hours I had to invest to ensure I save 30 minutes every month. Why don't we invest 2-3 hours for our own firms to find out what are the different areas that we have, what are my problem points, what are my pain points. Focus on that. Bring about a solution. And that solution, how am I framing that solution? Every time a partner in charge giving attention to minor matters, it's a pure waste of time. Yes? So that's why, sit down, list it down. You have to put all this, when you have data, you can research, you can analyze, you can bring about how many more reports you can. But if you don't have data in place, you're in trouble. So, sit with your manager, sit with your HR, whomever, your organizational head. Put this. What are your problem points? Can I automate this area? Can I create an SOP for this? Yes? Can I have another management for this? You'll be able to do it. A sincere example for this is one of my friend, okay? They're not our clients, but we've met them a couple of times. And I hope whatever examples that I'm sharing and personal examples stays between these walls, okay? So this particular family that I met, okay, we were on an abroad trip and that's where we met them, okay? I was astonished by the fact that that particular person with his partner makes a turnover of close to 700 crores. 700 crores, okay? And throughout the year, they take about close to 9 to 10 trips, 9 to 10 foreign trips in a year, okay? And you know, if you have to go abroad and come, it cannot happen in 2-3 days, it will take at least a week long time, yes? With family. Now my mind started working like, how is this happening? Okay, because obviously a 700 crore turnover business means, imagine the kind of stress, imagine the kind of time they should devote to the business. Okay, and when I started understanding or having that interaction with the gentleman, what I understood is, for everything that they're doing in their business, okay, there's a process to it. Okay, and every person who's reporting, right? There is a set format, set time, and set way of doing things. So wherever that he is, his business will still keep running. All he needs is email access and phone. That's it. Okay? And they have trained their employees and managers in such a way that any hurdle, anything, any situation that comes up, they should be able to handle it on their own independently. And they should not keep calling the attention of the owner there. Getting what I'm saying? Yes? But how will that happen? If you train your staff, your team well, trust them, okay, give them a chance. And I know all of us, if I am doing something and if I want someone else to do it, the first comment or first thought that arises, will he be able to do it the same way like I do? No, I don't think so. Yes or no? Has this happened to you in your office? You don't, because you think that you do the best. That is inherent human thinking, human tendency. Okay? Once or twice imperfection will be there. That's okay. Third time, give a chance. It will fall through. It will happen. Okay? By doing all this, it's a system. Okay? It's like a complete system where it's like a jigsaw puzzle. Once you start putting everything into it, you will see a clear picture. And in that picture, your presence should not be required every time. That's how you make a business independent on its own. Yes? How do you make it a going concern? So wherever possible, try to automate. Okay? Next. First, eliminate. Second, next filter is automate. Third filter, delegate. Precise. Not everything needs to be done by you. Wherever possible, we saw a couple of examples like checking portal. You should only check. Don't you have your staff to do that for you? Make them do it. Allocate such work to them. Don't take the headache of doing everything by yourself. You need your time. And especially in our profession, what I believe is that if you have to be successful, you have to be a very good leader. You have to be a very good leader. And by leading, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy. And when you're leading with conviction, with the right mindset, right attitude, right processes in place, yes, people will follow. And with leadership, it's not only an individual choice. Okay? It's an entire team that has to follow you. And only if a team does everything in the right sense, at the right time, in the right way, only then a firm can prosper. Are we all working only by ourselves? How many of you are working only single solo proprietorship without any assistance? Big hand of applause for them. It's not easy. But when you have a team, you need to start delegating and train up a team. Yes? So, whatever this time management, whatever that I'm trying to tell you here, okay, there's nothing new that I'm telling you. You already know, but you are just trying to understand the significance and importance of it. The same thing you need to go and impart it to your team. If you impart it to them and if they understand, then they will help you to achieve your goal as a firm. And the same thing happens with family as well. Not only firm, because along with your personal life, professional life, both go hand in hand. If something disrupts here, this will get disrupted. Do you agree or not? So this kind of management, which you're doing subconsciously, please ensure your team is also doing it. Yes, this was a brilliant example for that gentleman that I met. He's trained his team in such a way that they will handle it. And what he believes is, when success is achieved after whatever milestone he would have kept, maybe he thought 100 CR, 200 CR, whatever, that is his target. After that, his priority was family. So he's spending time with his family. And is it a ground rule that all our priorities should be the same? Of course not. What definition of success I have may not be the same as what sir has, may not be the same as what he has, what ma'am has. Do you agree or not? Each one of our success definitions are different, right? So, based on your own goals, on your priorities, and what is meaningful to you, to your life, based on that decide. And develop your environment, develop that energy in your colleagues, in your co-workers. Otherwise, it's very difficult. I will just share a small example here. So, can I have 4 people please come to the center? Please volunteer. 4 people, any 4 people. Please come to the center. Thank you very much. Can we all hold hands and form a circle? Just like how we used to play Ringa Roses?
There's no space.
A little more here, sir. It's not a big activity. So you have to close the loop, sir. Thank you very much. Can I have one more volunteer? So you 4 are a team. Okay. The task for you is, can I have my volunteer first before I explain? One more volunteer I want. 1 person. Okay, one game also you people don't want to play. What is this? Come on. Any one of you come on. Huh?
They wanted selection, your selection.
My selection. Please come, anyone come. It's a fun game. Not like I'm going to make you dance or something. Come. Thank you, sir. Now 4 of you are holding hands. Sir, your name?
Shubham.
Shubham, sir. Okay. What Shubham sir will do is he will try to break the loop. Okay? He will try to make sure that break the loop by ensuring that you both leave hands. Wherever, whoever. And you as a team will not let go. Okay? Yes? Yes, sir. Start. Shubham, sir. Please try.
It has to be physical or it can
Physical, yes, sir. But don't hurt them. Please try. Okay? Almost. No match fixing, huh?
It's not that full level that you can see.
Right. Oh, not bad, yeah. Contestants are quite strong. No, sir, not able to? Okay. Thank you very much.
You should come down. Come inside.
That I can do, but
No, you're breaking the hands.
Thank you.
Please. What do you understand by this task?
Teamwork.
Teamwork, okay. Trust, very good then. Unity, okay. Understanding, okay then. If I change the instance now, situation now change. Okay, now Shubham sir tried now. Next, I call a bodyguard, some strong built personality to do this. Then what would have happened? You would have put your efforts. I have no doubt about my contestants. They would have put their maximum effort. But if I had got a very strong personality here, and if I had asked him to just break it apart, what would have happened? Who would have left hand?
Everybody.
Not everybody. You would have tried only with 1 or 2 people, no? Who would have left? Okay, just give me a vote. Who would have left? Madam? Why? Why are you thinking madam would have left? It's logical, sir. It's okay. Physical strength, correct? Now, ma'am, I'm not undermining or anything. Just a small task. In the 4 people, in that lot, that particular group, yes, that chain was as strong as its weakest link. The chain that was here, made by the hands of all the members, that chain was as strong as its weakest link. What do you infer from this statement? The strength of that chain link is only as strong as the weakest link. Yes, ma'am.
Any of us who are putting our hands, we would give away. So that was the
Correct.
Focus on that weaker link.
Focus on?
Weaker link.
Focus on weakest link first. Excellent, sir. In a team, in a group, wherever that you're working, whomever that you're working with, yes, the chain is not as strong as the strongest link. There might be three very good, hefty personalities and one lean person. It's physical strength I'm referring. So obviously, they will be weaker. So the chain will break. So your team also will be as strong as its. Exactly. You might think that I am brilliant, I know everything, I am excellent. Yes, you are. But if you have to go forward, yes, as a group, as a team, as a firm, then you need your team also to come along with you. Otherwise, your team is as strong as its. If the weakest link does a mistake, some audit reporting mistake, still whose head will it come to? Exactly. Correct? And hence, whatever that we are trying to tell, include trial, you take any topic for that matter, okay? Communication, prioritization, whatever that is. Not only you should be equipped, your entire team. That's why the word delegate finds importance now. When you're delegating it, it should not be like you're just doing it for the sake of it and hold them accountable. They should be equipped, they should be strong enough to hold the fort while you're not there or without even your absence. And that's when you're building a strong powered team. Yes, sir.
In that, if they know why they are doing rather than what and how they are doing, that suffices the whole purpose. Like it's as simple as any activity. If it is why is clear, why we are doing this, that gives them the complete gamut of the things that if this is not done in right way, what are the repercussions?
Precisely, sir. But how many of us communicate this clearly for every definition, everything to our respective team
That's
members?
part of induction, basically.
Exactly. Induction, repetitive workshops, okay? Team building activities. Why are all these necessary for this? And apart from that, like sir said, induction. Why? What is happening? And that's why I always choose the right people for the right fit. Yes? First itself, when you're recruiting itself, the recruitment stage itself, you obviously have your own filters and you choose the right people. But after that, how do you train them? And how do you bring them to your mindset? Like I'm telling you, success definition differs from person to person. The way we manage office also is different. Yes or no? It will not be the same for all these number of people who are sitting here. Correct? It is different. But how do we inculcate this in our team matters? And for them also like this, again, in their organizational structure, in that hierarchy, again highlight and tell them what and all they can do. Your managers can do, what and all they can delegate. What are the processes that can be automated? Okay? So now in the funnel we have covered eliminate, automate, delegate. Next. After that also the task, 20 tasks come, it came to 15, it came to 5, now it has fallen down to 2 tasks. Okay? Next what?
Plan or schedule.
Correct. Do you have to do it immediately? Does it require your attention? Immediately. Then obviously, only one thing you have, Nike, do it. Period. Otherwise, can it be done at a later stage? Can it be done? It is important. It has followed through all the particular filters and it is still important. But can it be done at a later stage? That later stage example was? Review GST impact of a proposed business reorganization.
18th also I think. No, not 18.
Not 18. Which one, sir?
17.
Develop SOP for GST organizations.
Planned and done later.
Planned and done later. These are falling into at a later period of time. Okay? So that time what you do is postpone it. But it has to still lie in your mind. then again what will happen is all such tasks, wherever do it now, finished. Pending tasks are there, again make them come through the funnel. Got it? Again push them through the funnel after a period of time. Because what is relevant today may not be relevant tomorrow. In the same example, if you take, GST impact of proposed business reorganization, the client, because of some discussion, something went to some other CA. Why are we breaking our head over this? It is relevant, important today. 1 month down the line after discussion, client scope didn't fall, it didn't go through. So, these pending tasks which you have kept for a separate time, again push it through the funnel. Yes, sir.
When we are pushing it back to the funnel, does dependency basis the internal things which I myself can manage, I am not dependent on external factors versus the external factors, does that play a role? Because I filter with that also. Something
Yes, sir.
which is totally on me, like
Correct.
total in this case I can't do anything,
You can't do
it is the
anything
external
about
factor.
Correct.
So does this filter also?
Yes,
help
sir, of
internal?
course. The variables come into picture. Like here also, same example I gave you. If the client never comes back to us, okay, then it's an external factor. It is not on my part. So that time it will directly fall into eliminate. It won't even go through. Eliminate.
Change the funnel size.
So funnel size bigger. We'll keep doing, but again the same excuse will come back. I don't have time.
And how does advancing of personal deadline, like example we have given the 21st May deadline of TDS request, which has not got extended. So is it right to set a personal goal for advancing hours for our own selves? Does it come in any of these aspects?
Yes, ma'am. See, let's take that same TDS as an example. 31st May is the last day. Okay. On 1st May, when you're evaluating your task, where will it fall?
I will go to
Q2. Correct? Important but not urgent on May 1st. But the same perspective you put it today, it will fall into Q1. Correct? So, you know Q2 activities will definitely come for Q1. Wherever you have the client data, right? Finish it as early as possible. If you have the task list in place only, ma'am, all this will come into question. So, once you have that ready, keep it handy. Okay? And I would suggest if you have a PA, suppose some of you have a PA, or if you have some person in office who can help you with your such task list or something, do this and tell them to keep monitoring. Okay? And there are n number of applications for you to help you with this. You have Google Calendar, yes, you have Zoho Practice. Many applications are there, I'll show you. Okay? So you can either subscribe, put all this, dump it there, and keep throwing alerts 15 days before, 10 days before. But the problem is when it is showing the alert, you have to finish it now. Action it. The problem is we can't. You know why? At that time we will have some other thing which is sitting on our head. And the major problem which I found in my practice also is that, which slowly I thought around and I made tiny steps, baby steps to change it, is I go to office at 10 a.m. Okay, 10 a.m. that I go. What I do is I take a small piece of paper, which I used to see my boss doing it when I was in architecture. The moment he enters office, first thing is he salutes to his God, whatever he does, gets into the cabin, takes that post-it notes, total will be there, no yellow color ones, that, and he writes whatever he wants to do for that day. What he wants to achieve for that day only. Don't write 10 days work in that small piece of paper. And he ensures that he will leave for lunch again at 1 o'clock. 1 or 2 o'clock he leave for lunch. Before that he ensures that everything is strike through because he has to accomplish it. And this was a habit that he made. Same thing I started doing, okay. But that was working out really well. It's a good practice to start off with. But later what used to happen is suddenly some client comes, some emergency comes up. Some person tells I need some network certificate for visa. These are all last minute interruptions that you can't do. But at the same time, money, fees, you have to do. So, when you are making a daily calendar for yourself, a daily planner for yourself, keep 2 hours for such emergencies only. Emergency is only. In that time, I won't attend to any other work. I will do whatever this last minute, something out of the blue came up, I will handle that. Because what I started facing is this out of the blue became too many. And I used to lose time to concentrate on the main clients. Getting what I'm saying? So, That 2 hours for emergencies only. In case that day, for your luck, no emergencies came up, use that time productively for your clients. Understood? So, in a day, plan your day accordingly. Right? But there's another crux to this. Okay? Another perspective to this. Lawyers and many lawyers, in fact, I used to, during my articleship, we used to audit a lawyer firm. So they used to bill the hours, whatever hours that they work. That really fascinated me at the beginning. Okay? Because every hour that I work, 5,000 kabhi, 2,000 kabhi per hour. Sounds great, no? But then, the problem what happens is, real life practical situation is, you'll start evaluating every minute with money. Okay, so you have to start getting into modes or blocks. I'll tell you how that works, right? When you are in office, 2 hours, 3 hours, 6 hours, whatever, you know, right? Go to that money mode on. But when you exit, ensure you exit without that mode. Otherwise, what will happen is, you start evaluating that for personal stuff also. And that is where that imbalance will strike. And if that imbalance comes in, stress, health issues, family problems, all that will kick in. And you tell me, my dearest members who are here, how many of you are married? Unfortunately, all. Okay. Morning you're getting into your car or your vehicle to go to the office. Your spouse at home, due to some issue, has a fight with you in the morning. And full rugged fight happens. And you go to office. Okay? Will that emotionally impact your work or not? Frankly tell. After some time it will wear off, but that sometime at least it will affect you. Yes, you agree or not? Yes? So, with the time management, now emotional management also will come into picture. In between handling all these variables, you will try to understand that it is not exactly time management, it is self-management. You agree or not? It doesn't have, I think most of you came here thinking that, something Manasa will tell, some tip, trick. If I do that, immediately tomorrow onwards my office will start working really well. Or, I can incorporate something and make wonder or some magic will happen. All that magic lies with you. And that magic lies with self-management. Even if I give you 100 tools, if the mindset doesn't change, if the willingness to change, to take step is not there, what is the point? Getting what I'm saying? What is the point? So that's why self-management, all these other quotients, everything, please keep it in mind. So in your daily planner, have those blocks. So in your office mode, keep that. Time is money. Make sense that time. Out of office, no. Come back to your personal mode. And balancing of all this is very much required. You cannot go exactly entirely on work is worship, everything I will do, I will only be in office, I want to achieve this. That cannot happen. It's a rebalancing issue that is required. Okay? So please keep that in your mind. And please do not compare yourself to any of your peers. Your challenges are your challenges. Their challenges are their challenges. Because this is what happens. I have seen practice. I predominantly chose practice because I wanted to manage family and personal life. And of course, I'm a woman, so traveling, all this headache. I wanted to do things at the liberty of whenever I want to do it. That's it. That's the main reason for me to choose practice. But that might not be the same case for you. Right? And each one of our definitions of success are different. So all the variables will change. Right? And given all this basic understanding, how can I compare to another person who qualified at the same time, and there he already has, one of my friend qualified at the same time as I did, and he has 3 partners now and he's doing really well. Good for him. Because he went to every client place, had meetings, day in, day out, no night, nothing, no timings at all. Evening also he used to be out at client place, work, late night shifts, and he did. That is because of his hardship he has come forward, right? So similarly, never compare your progress with someone else's, right? Next, I'll just come to the time blocking. Okay, this is another tool which you can probably use, which will help you to manage your time better. Okay, so allocating fixed slots in your calendar, like I told madam, 2 hours for emergencies, fixed time to check your emails also. The problem is, see, this phone is an advantage, at the same time it's a very big disadvantage. Because it takes away all your time. The moment you open your phone to just one notification, you'll spend at least 20 minutes on without your knowledge. Getting what I'm saying? So, keep a specified time. 9 a.m. you want to check your mail at 9 a.m. Next to 4 p.m. If you don't respond, nobody will die here. It's okay, make it a habit, make it a practice. At 8 o'clock or 6 o'clock, whatever time you wind up, that's it, period. See, these are personal choices that I have made. You might differ, your opinion might differ. I am telling you what I have done. And it has worked out, right? After 6, 7 p.m., no client calls. No, make it a habit. Because once you receive, right, every time they will take you for granted, they will take you for a toll. No, period. I will do it. That's it. You need not have 200 clients eating your head and doing all the, managing all the stress that Sir was also mentioning, Chairman Sir when I was speaking to him. 10th of the month, you get around 200 mails giving you all the input for GST filing. Again, 20th of the month, you have all the mails filed up. Tell your client clearly, send it by this time, I will do it. If not, no. No means no. You have to set up that process. If you don't, you are only going to stress yourself. And then at that time, you will again pressurize your staff. I told you, right? Your team is as strong as its weakest link. They will get demoralized. Again, if they leave, problem for you only. You make them work late hours, you don't know whether they'll turn up the next day or not. Getting what I'm saying? See, whatever that I'm telling, 100% practical implementation is difficult. But if we take steps, small steps, slowly, gradually, we can make it happen. Do you agree or not? Yes? Same thing. Okay, next I'll talk to you more on that. First, let's finish time blocking. Mornings to high focus tasks. Okay? Allocate, same thing. Tell your respective staff members also that. Let them also follow the same thing. Let them finish off because morning you're fresh. You've just come into office, you're in that good mode, you'll finish off the work. And then take up the next relevant task. Post lunch for team reviews and calls. 1 or 2 hours for unplanned emergencies. Yes? Next principle which we need to put into practice. What is that? 80-20 rule or the Pareto principle. What does this say? To put it into simple terms, 80%
of the revenue comes from 20%.
Exactly, sir. Well said. 80% of your revenue will come from of the clients, 20%. So, your focus should be on the 20% of the clients of the remaining 8%. Getting what I'm saying? So, your high-paying clients, high-stake clients, list down them. What is the scope of work? List down everything, right? Concentrate and those time blocking we saw, no? Each day, which are your high priority clients? Give one client 1 day, 1 hour, 1 hour. Make sense, no? Today, 1 hour block for client A. Tomorrow, client B, client C. Weekly review. Because you know most of the entire revenue is coming from them, like most of your revenue is coming from them. Why don't you give them time? The problem is we all listen, we say yes and everything. How many of us implement it? If you don't action it, No matter what I tell you in this 2 hours, or even if I make you sit for the next 6 hours and try to tell you, put your everything, all scientific reason behind it, it won't work. Please put it into action. Follow. The thing is, we do it. We start off with that Josh, we start, and then again break. So, plan, execute, review, feedback, again go back. Same funnel we were going through now. Again any task comes, again we push it to the funnel. Similarly, this is a cycle that you do. Plan, execute, review, again come back to it. Check if it is working or not. Every now and then you have to see. Even your systems and everything, maintenance that they do, no? So for all your process also you should check for maintenance, right? So keep reviewing it. Next. So what I want you to do is, next activity, okay? So you have your pens, books, papers with you, right? What I want you to do is, in your life, okay? In your life, what are the definitions are written there for your reading? If you take a jar, okay? You've seen a pickle jar, no? How it is? A jar, limited quantities, so big. In that, right? What and all can fit? Whatever you put into it will fit, correct? So what are we going to put in? Let's put in some rocks, let's put in some pebbles, let's put in some sand, and we can also put water into it, right? Till it fills up. In your life, okay, same thing in your life, in your work day, you tell me what are the rocks which will cover up most space. Take a minute or two, write it down and tell, we'll discuss.
Family and health.
Sorry sir?
Family and health.
Sir, we'll discuss. You just put it on paper, then we'll discuss. According to you, what are the rocks, big rocks, what are the pebbles, and what is sand? In your life, you think about your life and then write. Under each of them you can write at least 3 to 4. Done? Tell me. So, according to you, what are rocks? What have you filled in the rocks? Column.
Family, friends.
Family,
Friends, work.
friends, work also. Okay. Sir? Yes, ma'am. Self-care, very good. Then? Health, very good. Then? Exercise. Anything apart from this, please tell me. Sir? Any other rocks apart from these? Go on. Sir, what have you written under rocks?
Same thing, but I would put passion.
Passion, very good. Okay. Then?
Goals. Setting goals.
Setting goals. Okay. Now, family, of course, all of us would have written on family. Yes? 99% of them would have written family. Another top important priority is health. Correct? Good health. For that, what are we doing? Like ma'am said, self-care, exercise, checkups, all these also play a vital role, right? In spite of working so hard, going and running behind clients, they running behind us, we recovering fees. After all this juggle for what? Juggle for what? Right? Correct, no? Sir said passion, another important thing. For each one of you, you will have something that drives you really happy. Some activity it may be. For some of you, it may be work in itself because it's challenging and that excites you. Or maybe for some of you, it is singing. Yes? What other passions do you have? Yes, what are the passion? What's your passion, sir? Bike riding. Then? Others don't have passion. So much monotony in life. Yes, sir? Traveling. Sir? Shubham, sir?
Reading scriptures.
Reading scriptures.
Find time for myself.
Finding time for yourself. Excellent. Apart from your work, these other things that the gentleman said or ma'am said, equally important. Equally important. And this is where time management in philosophical sense comes into picture. Anything that you do, does it have a meaning to it? What meaning does it have? What do you infer from it? Matters. In the race of making money, obviously we are governed by ethics. We have our ICA itself, which has given us rules, regulations, whatever ethical guidelines are already there. But beyond that, what practices are we taking that makes it sustainable? Yes, what environmental impact are we checking for? Right? So, you have to check meaning in all this. Question, ask yourself the questions, right questions. Yes, that will help you understand the third dimension of significance. Getting or not? Makes sense, no? Yes? Like sir said, riding bike is his passion. Of course, you have to earn money, you have to work, you have to do everything. But that gives him a time off. It gives a break to the life, monotonous life. And that excites. And then again he'll come back to work. A good weekend ride is all it needs to again come back to work. Am I right, sir? Some break you need. Otherwise, burnout. Stress. And with stress comes BP, sugar, whatnot. And that at what age? All ages it's ready to enter now. Correct, no? Even when I was discussing with chairman, so that's what he was telling. 2 of the CAs, you just mentioned that in North Karnataka, 2 of his close friends, I believe, whom he was well acquainted with, because of stress and tension, they've suffered a cardiac arrest. How unfortunate that is. Yes? In spite of doing all this, okay, whatever that we have tried to accomplish, whatever we discussed, eliminate, delegate, automate, what and all we did. And ultimately, if you're not in good health to enjoy anything, what is the point?
But that way, even in the gym, people die.
Sir?
That way, if you look at even in the gym who got so health conscious, even they die.
There, that also happens. That's what the main motto here is: strike the balance, striking the right balance. See, there are people who go full on into self-care mode where they're just gymming and doing nothing, just doing that and burning their family's money and aram se sitting. That is also not right. Getting what I'm saying? Yes. But in between all these variables, how do we strike a balance? How can we strike a balance is what matters. Yes? Next. Pebbles, what and all have you written? Travel, okay. Movies, okay. WhatsApp. Sir, is it rock or pebble, sir, for you?
Sand.
Sand.
I'm not on Facebook, so call it sand.
Oh, lovely. That is even better. Other pebbles? Any other pebbles that you've written?
Music.
Music, okay. Let's take this into your office picture. What and all will qualify as pebbles in an office scenario?
Review of assignments,
Review of assignments,
day-to-day routine works which has deadlines of returns.
day-to-day works, reconciliations, then training, okay. What is sand according to you in office scenario and personal scenario? Both tell me.
Office scenario, checking petty cash of the office work.
Checking petty cash of office boy sand. Sir qualifies as sand, okay. Then in your personal life, I think all your other distractions and social media will all fall into that.
Unwanted
Yes.
arguments. Anyway.
Unwanted arguments, very good ma'am. Then,
Checking white shopping bills.
sir, loudly please.
Checking white shopping bills.
Checking white shopping bills. That is bound for another arrest altogether. Now tell me, in the same jar, if I were to fill sand first, will I have space for pebbles and rocks? Yes or no? No. If I were to fill pebbles first, will I have space for sand? Yes. Will I have space for the big rocks? No. No. Understanding? This is the same prioritization principle that we work here. So first goes in your big rocks, then goes in your pebbles, and then goes in your... If it goes in the same order, you will have space. If not, topsy-turvy, upside down. Again, that balance is gone. Yes? So, to all of you, this rebalancing, reviewing, checking, whether we are able to manage within these variables, it cannot be a one-time activity. If you are thinking that today I have whatever I have listed down, now I know how to put it into what matrix, how to push it under what funnel, everything I know, I will go and implement it tomorrow, very good, go in that Josh. But this is a cycle, it does not end here. Because what situation is there today will not be the same situation 6 months out there. It won't even be the situation tomorrow.
No, priority changes every hour, every day.
Exactly. Every hour. The moment you open your phones now and check your mails, your priorities will be different altogether. It will no longer be listening to Manasa. Correct? And hence, please keep reviewing, re-looking into all these matters. Keep a break. That also schedule it. In your calendar, you have a daily calendar or monthly calendar, fixed calendar, there. Every Monday of every new month, I am going to review this. And every person who has achieved exponentially, mind you, every person or every successful person who has achieved exponentially has done all this practice. Otherwise, it is definitely not possible to achieve. You will just have a linear traction. If you want to grow exponentially, then you have to think beyond. Put efforts beyond. You cannot be that same well mentality. Getting what I am saying? You have to think beyond. And when we think beyond, you have to think beyond ourselves. One is ourselves, regulate yourself as a leader, yes, as a manager of your company, your firm, or any organization. Think about your successors who are also coming along with you, your team. Yes, at office, your team is your staff. At home, your team is your family. Yes, make them understand. And once all of them are in line, then the boat and the ship will sail forward without any hurdle. Excellent. That's when you'll be able to achieve that exponential growth. The moment you say everything starts with me, it has to end with me, problem arises. With me, with us, with all of us together, perspective changes. Yes? And hence, time management cannot be just defined to only certain aspects. It's a very broad concept. Okay? And all this, whatever that I told you, subconsciously if you keep doing it, make it a habit. See, anything done 66 times becomes a habit. Okay? If you want to wake up early, 66 days continuously keep alarm. 67th day you don't need alarm. Your mind will wake you. That biological clock will help you. Same thing. Habit. Right habits. Yes? And sometimes that feedback mechanism also is required. Because subconsciously we'll be doing certain things which are wrong, which our near and dear ones can find and tell us. We have to take that feedback mechanism. And that's why I keep stressing time management has its philosophical significance. So every now and then you need to keep asking the right question to yourself. There is no definitive rule book which says, oh, if you follow this rule book, you'll be an excellent and successful person. Is there any rule book as such? There won't be. These are only different aids that can help you. And other softwares that I was telling you. So you have ClickUp, you have Trello, okay? So in all these applications, what you can do is, in fact, there's another application called AnyTask or AnyDo. Even in those, some of them are free, okay? So what you can do is, you can allocate your team, allocate the task, and assign the team members, and it will go to them. Or they themselves also can start new tasks, okay? Allocate it to themselves, and you will get a notification. So you have to see who's the organizer or in that particular application. They will get all the alerts and notifications. So for all the tasks where you're out of office and you want to know whether your person is allocated, every time you can't pick up the phone and call them and tell them that do this, right? So use such digital tools so that you've made them aware. And make them also, tell them it's a habit. You have to do it. If you want to report to me, do it in this manner only. Not by sudden WhatsApp messages or text messages. As simple as leave management in your office. How is it? They'll call up, they'll tell you, sir, I'm not well, I'm not coming. Done. Click. Yes or no? Yes. How will you track their leave? Again, you have to tell your HR, this person is absent, or physical attendance you have to check. One more headache is if they're in client place, even gone for a toss. Simple things, simple adjustments that even I made in my phone. Google form. One link, publish it. In that give, see it. And whatever these such things and all should be easy. How that Blinkit and all the applications you are telling, no? One click of a button, order will be placed, it will come. Because address is saved, everything is saved. Similarly, the form also. All drop down menu. Use drop down menu. They have to just click unwell, sick, casually, whatever leave. They just have to click submit. You will get a Excel dashboard giving you all the details of all who and all have taken leave. They just have to fill on Google form. Yes? And hence, use such applications wisely, where all your manual intervention should not be there. All these work should go on by itself. That's how you do it. And for other dear friends of mine who are there, like, Manasa, I'm not interested to learn this techie thing and all this. This is not my cup of tea. It's really frustrating because I understand. Because I see my parents using technology and it gets frustrating for them at sometimes. And I myself struggle sometimes. Because every generation has so many things coming up new. It's really difficult to level up and keep at that pace. So, for my dear friends who think that technology is not my cup of tea, hire a good article or a staff member who's good with this. Who's good with such work. Delegate, make them do all the work, tell them to report to you. That's all. But our mindset is how cost-cutting mindset. If I am going to hire him, I have to pay him a salary of at least 15,000-20,000. That again is a burn in my pocket in my revenue. Should I hire? Think about the long-term consequence. Long-term consequence. By doing this, it will save your time and it will give you more time in the future. Return on time invested. And hence, it is okay. Hire. Bring them into the background. Train them. They should manage. And your company or firm should work in such a way that come what may, 10 people come, 10 people leave, still your firm should stand still and the work should not be interrupted. That's how strong the foundation should be. That's how strong your process should be. And we have to do it. We have to do it. There's no other choice. In this case, what happens, when you implement all this, your firm can grow. It can grow at a faster pace than you imagine. It will happen. It is bound to happen. If not today, tomorrow. Matter of time, patience. Okay? But if you're going to think very narrow, today itself, then you be managing everything you do by yourself and struggle. You be the HR in your firm, you be the managing partner in your firm, you be the reporting entity in your firm, you be the staff in your firm. You'll be doing everything by yourself. If you want something big, think big. Same thing, you have Zoho practice also, even there, end-to-end flow management. There even you have your cloud also, where you can upload all the client files. So you need not worry that server crash we saw in one of the tasks, right? Server crash, laptop crash, any crash, you need not worry about anything. Yes, cloud software, and all these are very important for us as firms. Because data is everything. Yes, backup is everything. Right? Next, email and communication management. Like I told you, fix up a daily scheduled time when you're going to check your inbox, email, WhatsApp messages, whatever that may be. And don't that time only do it. And my one more suggestion, hearty suggestion would be digital detox. Digital detox. Once in a while, I'll tell you, sir. Okay? Once you attend to all your quadrant 1 items, okay, all quadrant 1 items, weekends, try. 6 hours you try. Then slowly develop that into 1 day. Okay? And then slowly when you're traveling, when you're on vacation, go and complete digital detox. That is after you implemented all this. And don't try all this harkat now and then tell me, Manasa, you told and don't catch me when I call it. Okay? When you have the right people to take care of all the work for you, don't use your phones. Completely, don't use it. Just stuff it and go. Or even better is go to a place where there is no signal at all. Nobody can disturb you. You also won't be disturbed.
One more option, without going anywhere. Start using Nokia 1100.
Sir?
Start using Nokia.
Nokia 1100. But that also call will come, sir. Yes, then you use
Like
this.
WhatsApp, notification, Facebook, everything.
Once in a while it is required. Why I tell you? Out of personal experience. Entire office, entire work we manage in phones. You agree or not? Okay? I had very good eyesight. Okay? I have. Because if I see a name board or a signboard at least 25 meters away, I'll be able to read it. My eyesight was that sharp. That sharp. Now, the same name board, I'm not able to read. The same signboard, I'm not able to read it. Unless I go further and check. Issue is phones, laptops, digital screens. Doing everything at the cost of what? Cost of what? That's right. Like I told you, 6 p.m. office closes, that's it. I won't pick up a call, I won't do anything, out. I'm spending time with family. Don't use your phone. Unless some emergency call, okay. Otherwise, no. Eat dinner on time, sleep on time. At least 2 hours before your sleep, don't touch your phones. See, all this your doctor will tell you, I need not tell you. But out of experience, after doing all such, taking up so many challenges and putting so much effort, for what? It's a big question. So every now and then go for a digital detox. Nothing will happen to the world. It will keep running whether you do this or not. So you might as well focus on your health and your priorities. Yes, sir?
For digital detox, like what I have been practicing, just sharing.
Please share, sir.
At least on Sundays, we can leave our mobile and let it die for 2 hours with the battery dead. Because we are in family. If someone is so urgent, someone can call to our mother or spouse or someone. That connectivity is still there.
Yes, sir.
It's
Absolutely.
not that hard. It's more of a mental thing that we have been so dependent on mobile that we are not able to go far. So actually there is a study which says that every 20 minutes, if we are not touching this gadget, there is an enzyme which is flowing inside our body.
Yes, sir.
Even if there is no sound, nothing, still we will tend
We
to
will
go and
feel
get
it.
into it.
Correct.
So on Sundays at least we can just let it aside with a switch off mode and just for a couple of hours go out, come back, and you yourself will feel so fresh. So like something practical we can do always.
I hope all of you were able to hear what Sir said. Just one weekend, one Sunday, nothing will happen. Just leave it, let it be. Like I said, emergency, you will know. Somehow they will try to contact. But at
SMS
least,
also comes. If there is a missed call, we get an SMS.
SMS
that
also.
so many people are trying to call us, and we can call them.
the problem is that 20 minutes, your human tendency, you tend to just check. Inevitably, you do it. But once you open it, you're stuck there for the next 20 minutes again. It's a loop. Again, you're there. And you're very dependent on it that you just can't get out of it. So that's why don't be dependent on too many things also. Slowly avoid, see if you can sustain without it also. If you're able to, good, great. Okay? So every now and then, do that detox. What to automate? Yeah, certain tasks like all these record, data entry, you can use API, you can use Excel macro, and now that you have AI, it has a solution for everything there basically. Okay, that solution, whether it will work or not is a separate question altogether, but it does have a solution. So wherever with our intelligence you can make use of it, please use it. Yes. So that all this, what happens is you're not investing your time on this, and you can invest your time on better things, or maybe the rocks of your lives. Scheduling client filings and client meetings. Like I told you, please plan a calendar, have a calendar, that is a must. How many of you maintain your calendars? Very good. The rest of you, it's high time you start. It's high time you start. Okay? You need not write essays and paragraphs as to what you did that day. This I'll just show you. This is my personal book. Okay, so what I do is, the moment I go into office, I told you, right, I take out that notepad, small notepad, yellow sticky notes. There I write whatever task I'm planning to accomplish in the next 3 hours. That's all. Not anything more than that. 3 hours or 6 hours of that day. And I ensure that I have to strike it off. Okay. If by chance, because of external factors, something went wrong, not able to do it, then what happens is it comes to the book. It comes to the book. In the book, what I do is, I write the date and then I write whatever is still pending. Okay? So next day morning, again when I go to write that yellow sheet of paper, I open this, review this, and then I write what I accomplished for the day. Okay? Because here what happens is, when you write it down, it stays. It stays in your mind. I don't know, I might be traditional in this approach, but it stays in the mind. And as per research also, interestingly, what it says is, it's called some effect. It's called the Zeigarnik effect. So what it tells is, a waiter apparently was surveyed. You see hotel waiters, no? All of you have observed, right? So you see, he'll remember all the menu items. And whatever, which table, what I've ordered also he'll remember. He'll also, important thing to remember is who hasn't paid. Correct, no? He'll remember that, who hasn't paid. So, inherently our brain works in such a way that if something is pending or undone, it will remember. It will remember till it gets sorted. Once it is done, you won't be able to remember it. Last week's, whatever you have striked off, no, you try this after you go back tomorrow. Whatever you have striked off, after a week you try to remember, you won't remember. But whatever is pending, you will remember. And you have to train your mind also in this. Keep telling yourself that you will remember. And I keep telling this to CA students also. Because when there is a lack of confidence, lack of faith, that I'll tend to forget the syllabus, I'll tend to forget something, you will forget. It is the energy that you develop. Okay? So if you keep telling yourself, I will remember come what may, you will remember. So same thing with pending tasks. You will be able to remember. Then right strike. And that fulfillment of striking that task, no.
That's the merit.
Nothing can beat that. You eat 10 chocolates, you eat ice cream, you eat whatever you want. Nothing can beat that. So put it into practice. Next thing. One is this writing down. Another thing which I did was, this is an old calendar, I don't use it as of now. I use it on my laptop. One of my clients gave me a usually yearbook at the beginning of the year, New Year, no, they give such handies. So they gave that. In that, this calendar was there. Okay, so it just has boxes and dates on it. I use that book, about 2 books every year he gave. I use that. Post that, the next version that they gave didn't have it. So what I did, I went to online, took an Excel template, pasted it, printed it and pasted it. If you see, some writings are there. Forgive my children's scribbling, but yeah. So here, what had happened? This what it does is, your client meetings you can just write down that day, whatever is there. And today's my calendar, if you see the Excel, it would have written that study circle meeting. Just how long does it take to write 2-3 words? I'm not telling you to write essay. Like how in school days and all we used to write, no, I woke up, I brushed my teeth, I went out today, played. Nonsense, no. Just what is there? If any takeaways are there, write the takeaways. What did I learn today? Same client meetings, takeaways. See here, timetable review, which day, which client, when to review. I've written.
Same thing can be done in Outlook.
You can do it on Outlook, on Excel. This calendar I'm making on Excel only now. But telling you, if you feel have this thing to write it. Otherwise, make it in one place where you will keep seeing it. See, laptop is you don't open your laptop every day. Sometimes when you're out or something, book will be there. Or what best you can do is Google Worksheet.
Mobile
Phone.
notes we can use. That's the idea what I use.
Which one, sir?
Mobile notes.
Mobile notes.
So what
Yes,
all
sir.
has to be done for the month and then in a weekly basis and on a daily basis. Like today when I came, I have my thing when I woke up what all happened and now I am here. So before sleep I do it and then for tomorrow I plan it for today night.
Correct.
So mobile notes, because this is something we never forget.
We never forget. It's always there in our hand.
Mobile notes we can always.
At your comfort. If you find book is comfortable, laptop is comfortable, do that. I'll show you a format of this thing also. The daily planner. So you can either have it as a 15-minute planner, but I won't suggest 15 minutes because every 15 minutes where can be planner a day ahead? It's very difficult. This may be, very difficult, and at the time, see, something becomes too much work to do, we don't do it. So rather than this, I would suggest this daily planner or monthly planner. Daily planner, like I told you, either you use that small stick-it pad like I do, or you put it in this, whatever. And whatever doesn't get fulfilled in this, push it to your monthly calendar. Simple. It gives you a track. It lets you know that you're organized, you're doing things on time, it gives you a satisfaction, and it is also motivation to keep doing it again and again. Make sense? Yes? If you need me to share the templates, let me know, I'll share it. Stress management and work-life balance. Another method that you can do is, even in studies also it helps students. Your phone, check your mails, keep it on side. Keep it away. 25 minutes, whatever work that you have to do, do it. Whether it be preparing a report, reviewing with your manager or taking a daily call from them, whatever that is. 25 minutes, strictly do that. Don't let your focus waver, that's it. That work you do, then take a 5-minute break. Then focus on the next task. Studies and neuroscience have proved that this works really well. It works the best. Okay, I have myself tried it and yes, it definitely works. 25 minutes of clear output. Aram, you can just work on only that and then focus on the next one. Otherwise, what happens is too many distractions. Again, you won't be able to give that quality of work. That's it. Short walks or stretching during breaks. If you're not able to exercise every day, that is again very important. Another big rock in that jar. Yes. Either take the stairs. If your office is in first floor, second floor, third floor, wherever it is. In your busy schedule only, see how you can accommodate. Okay? You're going for a client meeting, walk and go if it is nearby. Every day you take your car and go. Once in a while take a bus. What is wrong? Take metro. Some walking distance you will get. Balance it out. Okay? There is no definitive thing. Sometimes it is very difficult to take out 1 hour a day exactly for exercise. If you're able to do it, very good, continue. If not, find alternatives. Because these are also very important. block 1 day a month for internal training and reflection. What I was telling you, every Monday of, first Monday of the month, last Monday of the month, your entire goal setting, this funnel activity you do once again, yes, prioritizing activity, yes, time management matrix, all that time, what is your short-term goal, your goal for the next 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, review that. Based on that, are you working towards your goal? This internal reflection you need to do. One, you need to do it for yourself. Second, sleeping over. One, you do it for yourself. Second, your team. Your team. You do it for yourself and you do it for your team. Bring them all in. Ask them what their problem is. Ask them the issues that they are facing. Yes? Because a happy team equals a happy organization, a happy company. Simple as that. At home, happy wife, happy life.
What if they say boss is problem?
Huh?
What if they say boss is problem?
Sir, initially they will tell that. But slowly, by action, by the measures that you take, that will change, sir. I assure you it will change. You have to recognize them for their capabilities. Keep every now and then. See, they're just like kids only. I feel, I don't know, this is the approach that I have, okay? Every now and then, appreciate them. Yes, whatever problems, ask them. They feel that they're heard. That is important. They should feel that their issues, whatever that there is, it is being heard. Someone is giving importance to that. And that's when slowly that unity will build. And that, see, in a firm, the other biggest challenge is if they don't attach or relate to the firm, whatever work that they do, they're just doing it for the sake of it. And if they're doing it for the sake of it, ultimately it will become your problem. But once you start doing it like, this is my work, this is my firm, my company, my boss, that relationship if you build, no, nothing like it. Nothing like it. Best is data. So this. Yes? No. We need not be big companies to incur it. Even the smallest of companies, smallest of firms, what is wrong in implementing all this? Build that relationship. Build that relationship with your staff, with your client, so that all of you are together in this. Build systems and not dependence. If this has happened in most of the entities that I have seen, overly dependent on one person for some kind of work. And that person takes advantage of this. Because they know that they can handle it and they are not willing to transfer that knowledge to anyone else also. So you should understand there's a problem point there. Right? So that is when you start developing people, developing systems and ensure that there is no dependence. Weekly reviews and all this. What tasks were delayed? What can be improved next week? Again, all the tasks that they have, make them run through the funnel. Their own task list, your own company client needs. See, it is, how do I say, one tool which can be used for multiple things. Okay? This or the matrix or the Pareto principle, these are all tools which can be used in personal life, professional life, clients, everything that you can do. So make them practice that in this. Time is your most valuable asset. Manage your energy, focus, yes, at the same time, like I told you, add significance to it. And in any decision that you take, attach some meaning to it. Whatever, that may be by your definition. I'm not going to tell it has to be the relevant way, it has to be this way only. No. But if you don't attach meaning and significance, it will lead to either a crash or a burnout, which obviously all of us don't intend. Yes? Any questions? Any feedback or any experience that you would like to share? Please, sir.
Okay, so I'm a part-time practice CA. I am also working for a company which is a multinational, and I've attended quite a lot of sessions in a similar kind of setup where a discussion about the efficiency and time management happens. And frankly, I really want to appreciate that as a chartered accountant, I think you presented much better and well than a lot of MBAs and the YouTube gurus and all those things. Right? And the things what you said, yes, possibly we all know that we all know everything. But then the way you highlighted the things, and within 2 hours you covered a lot of things, which possibly sometimes we pick and choose the things which we focus on. But then I think you were able to cover a lot of things, and I think you did best in terms of energy as well. Because as a CA, if you ask me about the tax act and all those things, my eyes and ears will open and I'll hear very carefully. But when you talk about the management and the time and all those things, I think I know all and everything. But then there are many things which we don't do. And I was writing this as well, which is a bit surprised. Like a school kid, I'm just writing the things, which some of the statements we made, I wrote this. So I just really want to appreciate that as a chartered accountant, you did much better than the MBAs and gurus in this session. So that's the only thing. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your valuable feedback.
Thank you. The point that you raised, or rather highlighted around team, I think regardless of the size, in these days I have seen in terms of efficiency or effectiveness both, even on the quality side, the more you engage the team members, it's not necessarily unity, but you bring the teams together, you are able to achieve the objective better, you save more time.
Yes.
And people really is a key element regardless of the tools that you use or AI that is enabled. I belong to a big four. The large number of people I have managed in Philippines, but I see that when you engage people, the point that you highlighted, you picked up at the end, but you brought it up, which is very nice. More importantly, that is going to help regardless of the size of the firm. So small or big, I think people do a lot or contribute a lot. So it is better to involve them,
Yes, sir.
engage them, and they will help you to grow whatever business that you are looking at. You save time also, I think.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
The whole process.
Absolutely. Another key example for this is even in my own firm, there was I got an inquiry of an article. Okay, I hope I don't take away a couple of more minutes. I hope all of you are okay with that. Yeah. So he came by as an article. Okay, so he already had 2 transfers. 2 transfers he had already taken. This was the 3rd firm that he was approaching. And I was in that perplexed state of mind. He already has taken 2 transfers. Even if he comes here, I don't know whether he will sustain. And again, if he changes, what's the point? Why should I take such a person into my organization? This was my big question mark. And this was at the time when direct entry was still there. That is, immediately after their college, they can join articleship. I don't know by what, that sometimes you have to just go with your sixth sense, right? So that's when it was like, let's take him, let's see what will happen. It's okay. I took his previous employer's number also, previous principal. I spoke to him, he said, that fellow is irregular, he doesn't come on time, and whenever he takes leaves, he never informs. So he is the most unorganized guy. I don't know if you want to take him, it's your choice, but this is my feedback from my firm. He said, okay, we'll see. We'll see, let's keep him as a spare, but let's give him a chance. I don't know why, but that sixth sense worked, and I said, believe it or not, first 2-3 months he did nothing. Okay, and this irregular coming, late coming, all this was there. I said, okay, let it be, we'll see. But after 2-3 months, what I did is, by taking the chance, I gave him 2 clients to handle, completely by himself. I said, go, do it. If something goes wrong, I'm going to hold you responsible. You are accountable for this. If you have problem in understanding anything, come to me, otherwise you have to handle it. He did that. Slowly he was able to manage. Believe it or not, by the time he reached 3 years, okay, first year only you can take transfer, by the time he reached 3 years, he was the most responsible guy in office. Most responsible guy in office, okay. 2-3 months he kept coming late. I didn't ask, why are you coming late? I didn't ask. But after that I told, see, if you're coming late, your peers are watching. others are watching. What example are you setting? Do you think this is fair by your own understanding? Slowly he started to understand. By third year, he was so equipped, he was handling close to 12 or 13 clients for himself. I don't know what difference it made. The only thing is, in my office, I treat my articles like friends. I talk to them openly. Anything, aram se. Not like I'm a boss, but where I have to be a boss, I have to be a boss. But some things you will just leave them and slowly pull them back. But that has worked. So like sir was telling, you have to engage with them in conversations, engage with them in everything. When that open communication is there, you will build a relationship and they will stay. The question is, staying is also secondary, but performing and being responsible and accountable, that is very important. And if they're doing that, they definitely require appreciation from your end. You should keep every now and then appreciate them. They know, they should know. And obviously you give your feedback. There's nothing wrong in that. But this slowly, that rapport building should come. And after all, it's all about managing people. Wherever, whichever profession, whichever work that you go to a manufacturing entity, service entity, logistics, you name it, political. It's all about managing people. And that's a separate session altogether. But slowly, as CAs, I think we should all equip ourselves to do this. We are all aware of all of this. If we have finished CA, I think we are already all-rounders. But these are the small other things, if we maybe equip ourselves with, will be excellent. There is no stopping us from anything. Thank you so much for a wonderful session. Thank you very much for all your feedback.
Members, 2 more minutes, please. Thank you, Manasa. That was a wonderful session for us all up together. I don't think so it's the technical, but say it's managing life skills. Right? Yeah. And hope members do agree with me as well. That was, let's have a huge round of applause. So now, again, I will call upon past President, CA Raghavendra Shetty, to present the memento to the speaker. Now it's a token of appreciation and gratitude from us as members. Thank you, members. Good night. Shubharatri.